The treasure that seeking hides. Happiness is our natural state, but the appearance of an apparent self and world of objects necessitates identification with the body and its mental agent, the mind's voice. Body identification creates fear, which hides the love we are. The child state is lost because there is no knowledge of other states or even that states exist. It's natural for the child to build a personality and hem awareness into a self-concept that serves the circumstance. The vibrance of the child diminishes gradually as the mental agent grows a thought tree of protectorates from the root thought I, which facilitates relational thinking. These mental protectorates are based on the body's provenance, e.g., nation, age, race, sex, religion, politics, sports, education, profession, philosophy, hobbies, etc. It is a fingerprint of identity that is threatened by countervailing forms and ideas. The body and all these ideas related to it must be maintained and defended, requiring huge amounts of energy, which is both consumed and transmuted to the level of whatever thoughts are given attention. This identification makes our state of being a function of how circumstance relates to thought. It is not stable. A large measure of conditional happiness is predicated on the world's alignment with what's ideal for these elements of self. But nobody is loved by everybody, and so there is conflict as people vie to bend the world to their mutually exclusive wills. Everyone thinks they are the good guy, but they are merely serving their own perspective. And when the world is far from one's will, there is great desire, which is suffering. This is one of many reasons why externally sourced happiness is always fleeting, because the world changes, as do our preferences. And of course, all observable things are impermanent, so we will never achieve immortal success, no matter how much we experience or accumulate. The idea that greed's bounty can satisfy is based on a delusion that the impermanent can be secured through acquisition. True happiness comes from within, and not due to security or satisfaction with one's deeds, accomplishments or circumstances. Desire is suffering, and it's predicated on ignorance. In unconscious body identification, which is ignorance, what's thought relative to what is determines how you feel. When something happens to a thing, your feelings about it depend on your relationship to that thing, which is an idea. Ownership is an idea, but so is the owner. A thing's ability to make you feel a certain way depends entirely upon identification with a person to whom it relates. The person is a concept, built from ideas, but ideas are built from impressions of events that were witnessed by the self they claim to be. What witnessed the events that built the mind? Can it be identified, or is there just witnessing? Is there a seeable thing that witnesses things? Thoughts are no more self than the picture is the cameraman. Unhappy people have unpleasant or unwanted thoughts, and they naturally seek solutions outside of themselves, having no experimental recollection that happiness arises automatically from within. This outward search can have mixed results, constructive or destructive, depending on circumstance and conditioning, but outward pursuit faces away from the true source of happiness. Excerpt from The Treasure That Seeking Hides.